Hi there, welcome to Places We Go. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the best pizza places in Tampa. And my special guest is Isabel Bertram. Hello, Isabel. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for asking.
Isabel is a fellow pizza lover. So we had a lot of places for this one. We're going to give you our top three, and then we're going to give you some honorable mentions. So for pizza, your number one is
Eddie and Sam's in downtown Tampa.
Eddie and Sam's. That is my number one as well. I love it. Love it. And that's a local place. I don't think they only have the one location. It's awesome. And Isabel and I used to work downtown. We used to be in walking distance. Now we're not. We have to travel there to get good pizza.
Which means I don't go very often, right? Because it's so far now for me. But yeah, when they opened, I remember their big thing was we use New York water. And let me tell you, I don't know if they're still using New York water, but I love their pizza.
Yes, their pizza is the best. My favorite is the tomato basil. No one does tomato basil like Eddie and Sam's. I haven't been
Oh,
able to find it anywhere else like they do it. It's very garlicky, is tomatoes are fresh every time. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I can't remember what I used to get when I went pretty regular, but I like that they have so many different, like, you just first of all, I love that you line up and then you walk by the counter with all the pizza and you pick it. And there was one that the kids liked, and I think it had like chicken. It had all kinds of meat on it, but I can't remember the name of it. And it was so good. And then I also have like the worst sweet tooth, and now they have a gelato section. I'm like, what?
And I forgot to mention with Eddie and Sam's, it is one of the few places in Tampa that has pizza by the slice. A lot of our
Yes.
pizza places are not like that. You have to get a whole pie. So with Eddie and Sam's, you can go get it by, and I mean, they're huge slices too. I mean, oh my gosh. Usually one slice will be enough, but they have so much variety. You end up getting two anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah, agreed. Their variety, the slice thing, very New York, which,
yeah.
it's one of the reasons I really love them. 'Cause yeah, you can be in the mood for two different, slices, and you don't have to buy two different entire pies. You can just pick the two slices you want and go.
Yes, yes, it's amazing. They do have grab and go salads. They have some really good like garlic knots. Those are amazing. And just fountain drinks. It's very
Yes.
simple. You can eat there. They do have a little bit of outdoor seating, but most of the seating is inside. But a lot of times I just grab and go. Either,
Hmm.
I'll take it home, or there's a place right downtown, like the River Walk, that you can sit and eat, and especially if it's a nice day. So rarely do I eat inside there. It's usually grab and go, and they're pretty quick too.
Yes,
Parking
they are.
around it is difficult, but I usually my husband and he'll drop me off and then circle the block, and then I'll go pick it up and run back to the car so he doesn't have to find a parking space.
Yes, because it is in downtown Tampa, you're going to pay if you park.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
gonna, it's probably Park Mobile or whatever. It's not overly expensive, but yeah, it's a little tedious. I remember one time I was down there with my son, and someone tried to get in my Outback because they thought I was an Uber, and I was like, no, I'm not an Uber, which cracked me up because that is the place where people would confuse you and see this your make and model of a car and thinking, oh, that's my Uber.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right. So number two on your list.
So number two is Cappies, and Cappies is interesting. There was a Cappies in Hyde Park. I'm not saying they're not there anymore, but that's where we first went. They're known for their Chicago style pizza. So I think I should make this clear because I know there are different pizza people. I
Hmm.
am a big doughy pizza person. Like I
Hmm.
like the dough so much. I'm the one that eats the crust. My husband
Hmm.
might leave the crust, not me. I like to eat the crust. So
Hmm.
we tried a Chicago style. I loved it. My husband, not so much because he is the opposite. He does not like a lot of crust. So that's when we started going there. And then they opened one in New Tampa, which is much closer to me. So we've been going there. And the beauty about Cappy's is their regular New York style pizza I like, but they have the best Greek salad.
Mm. Okay.
I love their Greek salad with that Greek potato salad. In all honesty, they could give me just the Greek potato salad and I'd be a happy woman.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah.
So yeah, and it's a nice place. It's like they have little booths, like wooden booths that are really high, and they have Trivial Pursuit at the table. So they kind of play into all that, and I love that. And we do a lot of call-ins now because we don't, I'm an empty nester now, which makes me a little sad because we used to go with that was definitely a family place where we would take the family, we would all sit down and eat. But now
Hmm.
that we're not, I just kind of call in, pick up my pizza, and we enjoy it. My favorite there is their meatball New York style pizza. And I'm gonna have to find a bunch of girlfriends who like Chicago style and go without my husband so I can enjoy some of that.
Absolutely. And that's a place you can just walk in. You don't need a reservation for there.
Nope, nope. And affordable, very family friendly, very affordable. I highly
Hmm.
recommend it if you have kids. You can just make like a day of it and it's nice. And yeah, you don't need a reservation.
Okay. All right. That leads us into our number three. What is your number three pick?
So number three is our go-to because it's pretty close to the house. And this one has a chewy crust, which is a different type of pizza. It is
Mhm.
out there. People do like their chewy crust. It's called Alfonso's Pizzeria. It's owned
Mhm.
by a family. They have been there forever. And
Mhm.
they're in a strip mall and you just walk in and they have everything. I've never had their Greek. I don't even know if they sell Greek salad there,
Mhm.
but I definitely go there for pizza. My son and my husband would probably make that one number one.
Mhm.
Because whenever we are like, oh, who wants to go get pizza, and we choose, that's the one they want.
Yeah. Nice.
They have like calzones and all those things as well,
Mhm.
and sandwiches. Um, I know a friend of mine always raves about their calzones, but I've only had their pizza there.
Mhm.
I
Oh.
might have to go. Maybe I have to take you with me so we can try different things.
Yes, definitely. I've never been seen Alfonso's Pizza. I'd like to go.
We usually just get like either pepperoni or cheese, and
Mhm.
it's delicious. And
Mhm.
like I said, the crust is very chewy, which is nice. And sometimes it's a little crunchier, and sometimes it's a little chewier. But like I like that about it. It's I think the only one that I've had that had that type of crust, so it makes it very very nice.
Okay. All right. Definitely. We're going to put that on our list to go together. So I want to try it. All right. I've got some honorable mentions here. One of mine is Bavaro's. Bavaro's is, they have one in Tampa and one in St. Pete. And I go to the one in St. Pete the most.
Ooh,
The pizza's good. They have this amazing, oh, was it cheesy garlic bread? Oh my gosh. We go there really just for the garlic bread. The pizza is
nice.
good, but the garlic bread is our thing, and they have great Italian wine. So that's my favorite. I prefer the one in St. Pete because there's a little bit more room. The one in downtown Tampa, it's kind of small and you feel squished when you're in there. But I mean, the food is good. We've eaten there before. It's just finding parking. Whereas
Okay.
in St. Pete, there's parking right on the street. You have to pay for parking, but at least you can usually get in and out pretty easily. So Bavaro's love their pizza. Cheesy garlic bread, that's my tip. Get that. And then Olivia in South Tampa has a pretty good pizza, especially like the Italian sausage. I like it crumbled on my pizza, and they do that there at
Huh.
Olivia's. So that's a good one too. And a late night honorable mention, New York pizza in Ybor. It's New York style, it's greasy. I'm sure it's probably not good for you, but it tastes delicious and they're open like past midnight. So if you're out late at night, we came in late from Nashville just the other night and I was hungry and I was just like, there is nothing open past like 9 or 10 o'clock in Tampa. Everything is closed. But New York was open, so we swung by there, and it's just amazing for a late night bite. So I think you had an honorable mention as well.
I actually had two, but it's so funny what you mentioned about the grease because that's like a big thing. Like in New York, whenever you get a pizza, and they always give it to you on that paper plate, and you kind of just let it drip. It's almost like a rite of passage that it's a good pizza.
Mhm,
But it's so funny that we're talking about New York because both of my honorable mentions have New York in the title.
mhm,
The first one is New York Times Square Pizzeria. There's two of them. There's one near my house. Actually, it's across the street, like kind of across diagonal from Alfonso Pizzeria. So it's
mhm.
another one that we go to a lot. And they do the awesome thing that I love because I love feeling like I'm working towards something for free. They get their little clip, the little card, and they clip, and you buy 10 pizzas, you get one large pizza for free. So I always got my card with me.
Oh, nice, nice.
They have a
Mhm,
really nice pizza too. It's so funny because the one thing about both of them, which is kind of odd for me, is they don't open on Sundays. And I don't know about you, but when I'm watching sports, I like pizza. And I'm always like, why are you open? But
yeah. Hmm.
they also have one of the best Greek salads. So we always
Hmm.
get like a Greek salad and a large pizza. And with them, I just get their standard pepperoni or cheese. I think the one with the best meatball is would have to be Cappy's.
Hmm.
And then best New York pizza would be another honorable mention. They also have two locations. I think they have one off of Dale Mabry in North Tampa. So Dale Mabry, North Tampa near me. And then they also have one in Wesley Chapel. And they used to have a lot of like indoor seating, but now it's more of you pick it up and you go
Hmm.
scenario. But they have really good pizza. And that's another one that's like quite greasy.
Hmm.
And they have an extensive menu. So they have like chicken rolls and calzones and just a lot of fun Italian food. I love their chicken rolls. So if you ever want like something that's pizza like but a little
Hmm.
different, I would do a chicken roll. But those would be my two with New York
Hmm.
in the title, honorable mention. And yeah, now you're making me want some pizza,
I
Nancy.
know.
This is horrible. I just could eat pizza now.
I know. Now, are you a crust dipper? Do you like dips with your crust?
The only time I do that is when I have a Papa John's because I love that garlic sauce, but if I could have that garlic sauce in a vat in my refrigerator, there'd be trouble because yes, I would definitely not be against dipping my crust.
No, I sometimes I do that if there's a good dipping sauce. Amina is a big dipper. She likes to use dips and stuff like that. And I think the only place that I've gotten dips from it, Mellow Mushroom has like a cheesy sauce you could dip your crust in, and I always order that. But that's the only place I think I've ever had the dips. So I was just wondering about that. I'm like, how many people actually dip their crust?
Yeah, that's the only place I do it is Papa John's, but to be fair, it's because A, they provide it, and B, it's garlic. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I love garlic, so it's like you give me garlic, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Nice. Okay. All right. I think well we've given people some good places to try out when you're in Tampa. I mean, and I'm sure we'll have more because we love pizza.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you even mentioned mellow mushroom. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. That's how many pizza places there are.
Mellow mushroom. I know. I try and do the local places because they're kind of like out of the way. And Mellow Mushroom is a chain. But I love Mellow Mushroom. And I love that it's a chain because the places that I go to, they have one in Tallahassee that I've gone to. And I think they have one in Nashville too. So
Yeah,
it's nice to, yeah, I go to those places. And not only do they have great pizza, but my husband loves the meatball sub. And then also they have great wings.
I like that they have vegan and vegetarian options because like my
Mhm.
daughter has issue with dairy, so she can still have pizza and it could be dairy free. So yeah, that's a really nice. And I think when we were in North Carolina, we were kind of afraid to just go anywhere to eat because weren't familiar. And you see a mellow mushroom and you're like, okay, a
Yep.
mellow mushroom it is. It's pretty standard.
Yes, I know that menu and I know it's going to be good. Well, since we're talking about mellow mushroom, because that wasn't on our list, but that's a great suggestion. See, we just get talking and we come up with things. The next time you go to Mellow Mushroom, if you like, I think it's a rum drink. If you like rum drinks, there's a drink there called the liquid marijuana. And it
What?
is so good. We had taken Maggie there for something, some kind of special event. I don't know if it was Mother's Day or her birthday or whatever. And we got her a little tipsy on, on this liquid marijuana. She loved it. She had two. She's like, she next day she was like, I went home. I had to take a nap.
Oh, those are the best naps too.
I
The
know.
best.
I said, it's
Oh,
okay. You're retired. You can do that.
yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us and telling us your favorite places in Tampa. I know people listening out there that are going to visit Tampa have some great places to go. Thank you, and until next time.
Bye.
Bye.